is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that is Let's Talk Football. And ladies and gentlemen, it's the off season. It's been a while since I've talked to my guys. You see him. He's VCU's finest, Colin Walsh. What up, Colin?
Hello. We're not going to suck this year. We may make it to the wild card game. We may win a wild card game. Let's go. I don't care who we beat as long as we win, please.
Yes.
And you're not ready for the Steelers to go 9-8 and get blown out by the 2 seed in the wild card game.
That's what happens every year. That's what happens every year.
Hey, look, speaking of winning a wild card game, I just got it. Let me just say, I haven't talked to you since the playoffs. Thank you, sir. Going into Jerry's world and destroying the Dallas Cowboys. Our guy, Mr. Dylan Walsh. What up, Dylan?
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is everything you talked about Jordan Love throughout all the shows we've done. Just for his first season, win more playoff games than the Washington Commanders have since I was born.
Yeah. Hey, Sean.
I turned 17 in 2 months.
We came into last season. None of us knew if we had our starting quarterback, and now both me and Dylan have our starting quarterbacks, and you're still sitting on the sideline.
Hey. Technically, all right, still on the squad. All right, we still have our guy until otherwise stated. We'll see. Look, ladies and gentlemen,
quarterback will start for them.
I do believe that as well, and that's why you see the hat. Also, because it's March Madness, so I have to rep that blue and white, and we did beat Duke. Yes, but we got to move on. We're here because free agency is upon us. Moves are being made left and right. Mr. You Like That, Kirk Cousins, is going to the Atlanta Falcons. The Giants picked up Brian Burns. Leonard Williams goes to San Fran. Saquon to the Eagles. Moves are being made left and right. But we got to get into our teams because, we like to talk about our squads. And I'm not going to go first. I'm going to go to this guy, Mr. Black and Yellow. There was a quarterback that got paid an entire island to come to Denver and then got yelled at like he was a 5-year-old kid. And they left him. And so they decided that we don't want him anymore. And you guys said, we'll pick up your leftovers. The Steelers sign Mr. Let's Cook, Russell Wilson. Sir, how you feeling, man? How you feeling?
So Steelers Nation, let's weld, apparently, is the running joke. So cool. But yeah, essentially the Broncos are paying for us to have a starting quarterback for a season, which is great. I mean, he's on literally the veteran minimum, and he comes in here, and he had a pretty good season last year. He went 7 for 8, 25 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, so he doubled Kenny Pickett's touchdown thing with, less games played, and also threw less interceptions. So that's good. I don't know what really to say. I mean, Russell Wilson is kind of the most lukewarm player we could have signed, and just okay, I guess. I mean, I don't know what to expect. Was it Denver the problem? Was Russ the problem? Was the situation just not there? Is just Denver a place where quarterbacks go to die now? Because that seems to be how things kind of shake out. And now he gets to come here. He has the greatest head coach in the AFC North. Yeah, I can say that.
That's not named Kevin Stefanski or John Harbaugh.
Wait a minute. Time out. I seem to remember 3 or 4 months ago somebody was saying, "Get this coach out of here," and now he's the greatest in the division. What?
Yeah. No. We made the playoffs, so it erases all blame on Mike Tomlin.
No.
Yeah, it happens. It happens every year. I'll see you in week 8 of next season when he's going to be fired again. I mean, it's the endless cycle.
I get it.
We start the season really hyped up. We're going to Super Bowl. By about week 8, we want our head coach fired because we suck, and then we make the playoffs and lose. I mean, it's just the Steelers. It's the formula. Why would we break the formula? Let me say this. Let
me ask you this, because this kind of seems we're in a similar situation, and I feel for Kenny Pickett. You come here, you have Matt Canada as your offensive coordinator. You had no line. You had diva wide receivers. You never get a fair shot, and then all of a sudden you get a new OC. You finally start doing good, and then they bring somebody else in. I mean, what's going to happen to the Kenny Pickett story? Is he out now?
No, he's the starting quarterback 2 years from now or next year because I'm pretty sure Russell Wilson. Here, there are two things that happened. Russell Wilson sucks and we put Kenny Pickett back in, or Russell Wilson balls out and we cannot pay him the money to keep him around.
Okay. And then Mason Rudolph will be back, Mr. Helmet. Let's go.
No, Mason Rudolph's already gone. He's already gone. He's probably going, I don't know, New England, maybe. Yeah.
Now they got Brissett.
Everybody is.
New starter.
You want him? You want him?
Jacoby.
Yeah.
I miss him. What else happened in Pittsburgh?
We made a great signing, one of the greatest signings. We signed former Texans punter Cameron Johnson. The joke was among me and my friends today, we were all watching Twitter and we were all sitting in class doing class mom, swear, not looking at NFL Twitter. And we were all kind of joking, and I kind of chimed in and I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure the Steelers are going to make one move today and we're going to sign a punter. And sure enough, we made one move today, signed a punter.
Bet on it.
So yeah. So yeah, all of my friends were excited because they either signed Christian Wilkinson to a deal, so that my Raiders friend was happy, and then my 49ers friend was just happy that they didn't lose anybody, But yeah, Steelers signed a punter.
Thank you for Adam Peters, 49ers.
Yeah. I was just kind of watching the chaos unfold because I feel for the Sauce Gardner tweet today where he said it feels like I'm looking at a Madden simulation, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of how this feels.
Yes,
yeah.
The NFL, college, everything is just wishy-washy. No loyalty. Everybody's going everywhere. Yeah. And speaking of players going elsewhere, at one point I'm like, oh my goodness, we might need to watch my guy Dylan, because I didn't know if you'd be on suicide watch when you run it back, Bakhtiari, and then Bakhtiari's gone, but then you get Josh Jacobs. So I'm like, okay. And first and foremost, let me just acknowledge what you mentioned in the beginning of the show. I was the one who asked you from the minute Jordan Love was going to be the starter, if he was the guy. I kept dogging the man. The man is, he's amazing. He balled out. I've said it I said at the end of the year, next year's NFL MVP. He's my dark horse. Shout out to him. But talk to me about your moves you made today, Dylan.
I mean, so the Packers, the one thing that the Packers decided was we weren't young enough. We had a first year starter quarterback, 2 second-year wide receivers, two rookie wide receivers, 2 rookie tight ends, and we went, you know what? We need to get younger. So we got Aaron Jones. Signed 26-year-old Josh Jacobs. Got rid of Darnell Savage. Got Xavier McKinney, who was top 20 free agent on most boards. Xavier McKinney. I want when he was coming out of Alabama. I really wanted him, so I'm really happy with that signing. Should help our defense enough, but I mean, Aaron Jones is one of my favorite players, so it's kind of sad to lose him. Bakhtiari hasn't played in, since I was like 9 years old. So,
but he always resigns up until this year. Every year he resigns, but he's not going to play.
He was first team All Pro, and then he tore his ACL, and he hasn't recovered since.
Yeah,
but I mean, the teams in our division have been making a lot of moves, so it's good that we've kept up with them. The Bears signed DeAndre Swift, which. Interesting. DeAndre Swift with a bad offensive line is not going to go well. Signed Kevin Byard, who isn't bad, but the biggest move the Bears made was re-signing their long snapper Patrick Scales. He is the first long snapper to get over 1 million guaranteed. It's the first time. He is the highest paid long snapper in the NFL, and I don't know that might take him over the top. I mean, the Bears haven't beat the Packers since 2018.
Yeah,
but same with the Ravens. They haven't beaten the Steelers since 2020.
Retain maybe the best long snapper in the league. I mean, if you look at the snaps he throws, on point, perfect velocity. I mean, they practice it a lot because the Bears punt at least 4 times a drive. They. So he's got a lot of practice.
Would be a Packers fan if he didn't come out to Chicago.
But I mean, the Vikings didn't do much. They lost Kirk Cousins, so maybe 2 new quarterbacks in our division. But I mean, Xavier McKinney, great signing. Josh Jacobs, great signing. The average age of the Packers skill positions is just about the average age of the UNC starting roster. So that's a really good.
I don't know.
That's good, especially because we made the playoffs last year, and now everyone's only going to get better. There's no one who's regressing on our team, or if they were, they got cut. David Bakhtiari, Devondre Campbell, Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones wasn't regressing, but all we have to do, grab a linebacker in the draft, get an O-lineman in the draft, and maybe a safety, and we should be good. And I think I have Super Bowl hopes next season.
Really? Okay. Hey, look, in my opinion, you're definitely the favorites in the NFC North. I do think Chicago's going to definitely make a turn for the better, but we'll see what's going to happen in their quarterback situation, because that's going to be something I keep my eye on. But yeah, the rest of those teams, well, Detroit.
Detroit's good. Vikings are going to be the worst in the league.
Yeah, I think the Vikings are definitely going to drop. Real quick, we will move on real quick to my boys. Hey, the move is the news that just came out, 2-year deal, signing Austin Eckler. I'm excited about this. Anybody that plays fantasy football knows, except for last year, that over the last several years prior to that, he was balling out. He's a dual threat type dude. He can be our third down guy with Brian Robinson at tailback. So I'm excited that we get this guy. I'm hoping that we get the type of production that he's been accustomed to year after year. We also picked up Frankie Lavu, linebacker.
I
love him
out of Carolina.
We picked up. We started this mass exodus of Cowboys fans to Washington, Cowboys players to Washington. Picked up Dorian Armstrong and Tyler Biadasz, their center, filling holes, putting players in positions that we need. So this will be good for depth and also for get it going. Yeah, if he stays healthy, I completely agree. I know his injury issues, and let go of Antonio Gibson, which I think we see why. I think that was just like the Aaron Jones moves. You let go of Jones and you bit Josh Jacobs.
He's in New England now, which is going to be fun. They got Zeke, Ramondre, and Gibson.
Yeah.
They're just going to they're doing what the Ravens do and just get as many running backs as possible and see which one's good.
Right. And I think they're all kind of at the same level. So they can get time when look, I'm excited for Gibson to get an opportunity because we weren't going to tag him again. He was not those fumbling issues. He just never got back on track, and we didn't use him right to be honest. So, I'm excited about that. But I'm excited that we're making a lot of moves. But none of these moves are the huge moves for the guy that's on his last leg. That's 38, and we're paying him a 5-year, $150 million deal. We're not doing anything crazy, and I love that. Okay. Because we have something to be proud of, hopefully. Yeah, right. All right.
Yeah. If only there was a team somewhere in the South that had two quarterbacks that both could have been starting caliber for you that you refused to pay. Now, if only there was a team like that. Not only do you get to watch Kirk Cousins ball out, his backup is Taylor Heineke, who also balls out.
Yeah, they're going to be the Atlanta Redskins essentially, or Commanders, because we're giving them all of our guys. All right.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's one thing that it would be kind of dumb. I mean, we've learned from the past that if you're drafting second overall, do not draft a UNC quarterback because it does not work. It does not work for the Bears. It does not work for the Steelers. Apparently, it works for Buffalo because they cut everybody and signed Mitch Trubisky, which you saw last year. Why would you draft Trubs? Why would you pick him back up? Why would you give him $10 million?
I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to say I love Mitch from the North Carolina, but I said this the same thing I'm saying now is what I said before. When he came out of college, he had only played like 12 or 13 games. That was it. That was his time. They put all that money in and pushed him up. He wasn't ready for that. He definitely was not ready to put everything on. And he actually did good early in Chicago. Like they were decent those first couple years. But I mean, this is the player who he's been. Now, Sam Howell, 5th round pick. Jury's still out on him. But I think Drake's going to be solid, man, if we get him. But look, let's go into that because first and foremost, free agency. Is there anybody that's still out there that y'all want your team to take a look at?
All right. Listen to me. The Steelers' biggest hole on defense right now is safety. There are so many safeties that are still available. There is Jordan Poyer. There is Jamal Adams. There is Quandre Diggs. Please, I beg you, we cut so many players. Just sign somebody. Sign a safety. I think, didn't Von Bell just get released? Just please sign a safety. They're all really cheap. They all got cut. They're all veterans. We just sign veteran players and plug them in. Please.
I think Washington.
We can re-sign
guys. You can have our safeties.
Yeah. No, I'm good. No, thanks.
You got
Terrell Edmonds is available. Like at minimum, just bring Terrell Edmonds back. Just please do something, Pittsburgh. Please, I beg you. Also, get another tackle. This is not a discussion, Mike. Yes, Mike. Yeah. I'm looking at you, Mike. Offensive tackle. And then draft a center, and then we're going to the Super Bowl again. I mean, it's just so simple. Oh, and re-sign Quan Alexander, re-sign Quan, sign a safety, draft a center, sign an offensive tackle, Super Bowl. Saying it now.
You don't need Wilson. You don't want a wide receiver, or
no? We have 3 of them that are pretty good.
And who? Deontay Johnson?
Deontay Johnson.
I'll
George Pickens. Calvin Austin Jr.
When Pickens is not being a diva, he's solid. I love Calvin Austin Jr., but he's like a Tavon Austin, a small, quick, or Percy Harvin, one of those type of guys. So
we could draft a wideout. I mean, it's a good wideout class towards the end. Or even if we don't sign one of that, we could just sign some random wideout and plug him in for a year. I'd be fine with that. We have cap space to work with. We are no longer broke, which is my main thing when we were coming in here. I was like, oh, we're broke. But no, we cut a lot of people. We finally cut Chucky Holds a lot, who was like $24 million of our cap. And I'm like, why? So we cut him. We cut Patrick Peterson, which I'm kind of on. I kind of wanted to keep him, but his contract was too expensive to justify keeping him around. We cut the most boom or bust punter known to man. Presley Harvin either kicked it 80 yards or he shanked it 30 yards out of bounds. I mean, there was no in between. Who else did we cut? We cut Allen Robinson, which sucks because he just wasn't used at all. Like, we didn't do anything with him. But yeah, I mean, we have the pieces are in place now, especially with Russell Wilson coming in. We have the veteran quarterback that has connections. And I'm just like, come on, just work. Connect. Just plug him in. Just work. Just please work. Connect. This isn't Denver. This isn't
Might
Denver.
Be lemon.
We have a winning culture. We have a good head coach. We don't have Sean Payton. However, if I see any Subway sandwich ads, we're going to boycott Subway again.
It's going to happen.
Don't do it. Don't. Look. I don't want to see the Danger Witch.
It's going to happen. Look, Dylan, what about you? Anybody you're looking at?
I mean, Packers, they filled their hole at running back, filled the hole at safety. I think we still need one more safety because Rudy Ford's free agent, and I don't know if Anthony Johnson Jr., 7th-round pick last year, is going to cut it as a starter. I mean, he played well last year, but he's more of like a rotational piece. So I think another safety, I would like one more in the draft. But I want to get Willie Gay from the Chiefs.
Ooh.
Super fast, great athlete. I think put him with the new defensive coordinator, and our linebackers usually play up really well. I mean, Quay Walker had a great year last year. Isaiah McDuff, he was looking really good. So I think if we just get one more guy in there, and then we can focus on secondary offensive line in the draft, I think that's good for the Packers.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I for me, I mean, I really think we hit a lot of the moves, like I said you before. Got a secondary running back, got a O lineman to center. More importantly, that's something that we absolutely needed. And a tight end. We cut Logan Thomas before, so we had to pick up somebody else there and getting Zach Ertz, albeit, I know he's a little bit older, but I think in this system he's played under Cliff Kingsbury before. And we know, Washington knows he's torched us when he was with Philly for years. So we'll see what he can bring to the table. But for me, I do want to focus on the line. I really want to kind of look to see what, if we can potentially pick up maybe one more piece in the line. I'm trying to figure out maybe
get Tyron Smith.
I mean,
I get all the Cowboys.
I mean,
yeah,
right?
Still the Cowboys. Just become Cowboys East.
I thought he was coming. I thought he was going to come to us. I thought I was going to wake up one day and be like, "Oh, Tyron Smith signs with the Commanders," just because he's going to follow Dan Quinn.
Yeah, because he's a 35-year-old with injury history, so that's like the Commanders will pay 5 years.
Yeah,
right. That's what we normally do.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
yeah. No, I can see that. Yeah. I mean, you could sign a core for.
Yeah. Let's see. What do you think about the Commander signing? Your Commander signing a new running back. You should be excited. Oh, I'm ecstatic. Oh yeah, absolutely. If he can stay healthy, I'm very hyped for what Austin Eckler could bring. But like, I think we've put a lot into free agency, and again, this is just the first day, so we'll see what happens as we go down the line. But hey, Dylan, I'm gonna come back to you. You alluded to it. The free agency's here, but in 1 month we got the NFL draft, and I know people are getting all hot and bothered because one Xavier Worthy goes 4.21.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
go top 10.
That's
what happened last time someone did that. John Ross.
See, and that's what I'm saying. So I love that. But I mean, I was looking at some other positions. I was looking at tight end because at this point we hadn't had Zach Ertz. I'm looking at, Dallin Holker or Devin Culp. Some of these guys. I want big guys that can also block. And first and foremost, I know there ain't no way Washington's getting Brock Bowers. Okay, so I'm not even gonna think about that, but I do want a tight end that can help block along. But Dylan, what you had talked about some of the positions you're looking at in the draft. What anybody like? What's your first pick? Let's start there. What's the first pick you think you're going?
So it depends how the draft falls. Either I really want Cooper DeJean out of Iowa, the white quarterback from Iowa.
Yes,
white quarterback.
Bring it back, baby.
I mean, we drafted his teammate last year, Lucas Van Ness, but we can move him to safety if we need to. Put him on the outside, have him, Carrington Valentine, and Jerry Alexander, which is a great trio. Because I feel like safety, even if we want to keep Cooper DeJean at quarterback, I feel like we can find a competent safety in like the second or third round.
Yep.
So I want to go first pick, get Cooper DeJean. Second pick, tackle. Don't really care who. Just someone plug and play. And third pick, go safety with I went the guy from Bama. What's his name? Give me a sec.
Who the safety?
I can't think of his name right now.
Kool-Aid. He's the corner.
Yeah.
Who's the safety?
Oh wait, no, I'm not thinking. Give me a sec. Javon Bullard out of Georgia, not Bama.
Bullard. Yeah.
I want him. Because he's I don't know how to explain it, but that name just sounds like he'd be a good safety.
And he balls out, man. I think he could dominate, fit in the right system. And look, like you said, you got Jair Alexander, you got cornerback help. So if you got somebody back there that can continually stretch the field and go from sideline to sideline, that could be very enticing. I like that. Colin, what you think? What's Pittsburgh looking for in the first pick, and we look for in the draft?
All right, so many a year ago, literally last year, I wanted the Steelers to draft one person and one person only. His name was Joey Porter Jr., and he was JPJ. Now in this draft, I'm going to say again, I want JPJ, but this time, it is Jackson Powers Johnson, the center. Please, we need a center. We had to deal with Mason Cole, who was the human turnstile last year. Before that, it was Kendrick Green, who was so bad at his job that Big Ben begged the front office to just replace him. Like, we haven't had good centers since Marquise Pouncey retired. Ever since he cried on that bench, our centers have been cursed. So Jackson Powers Johnson would be good, and he should go around where we are. But if that doesn't manage, we've talked about Kool-Aid McKinstry. I could see him very well falling to us. We're picking 20. So I think having the duo, if we do sign a safety, let's just go with like the mid-tier safety. If we get someone like Quandre Diggs or like Trell Edmonds, we have him and Minka Fitzpatrick back there. And then our corners will literally be JPJ, Kool-Aid McKinstry. I mean, it'll be really good. We'll have a good secondary finally. Maybe we finally won't be burnt toast. Wide receivers, I could see us going in later rounds, like the third or fourth round. Apparently the Steelers just have a knack for just throwing darts at a dartboard and just saying, we pick you, wide receiver from random ass college, and fourth rounder, you're now a Pro Bowler. Congratulations. Welcome to Pittsburgh. Offensive tackle, I think, is another need. I had somebody high up on my draft board, but I think he's moved up spots, so I think he's out of our range. I forget which one it was, but I think he was from Alabama. But he moved up out of our draft range. So yeah, going cornerback. I think we get Jackson Powers Johnson. I think is the consensus who people want the Steelers to pick now because we no longer need quarterback. Because I've seen a lot of inklings before we signed Russell Wilson. I saw a lot of people going, could they draft Penix in the second round? Are they going to try to get Bo Nix or JJ McCarthy? And I'm like, please, no. We already tried this. It didn't work. Just sign somebody or trade for Justin Fields. I really thought we were going to trade for Justin Fields. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to ask you prior to this conversation. Then obviously the Russell Wilson thing came about. But I was like, well, how true is that? But I guess it's not true.
I really thought we were going to try. Yeah, I knew we were going for a quarterback because there was too many things going around. And I'm like, okay, we're going after a quarterback. This is too close. But I really thought Justin Fields was coming to Pittsburgh. I was really happy. I was a little excited. But we got Russ, who is fine, I guess. I don't know. Well, I mean, the Broncos are essentially paying his salary, so it's a low-risk, high-reward situation.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll see.
I like it. The steel curtain. Yeah.
I like it. Well, hey, look, you know where we're at number 2. Obviously, I mean, for all intents and purposes, like Drake May. Although a lot of people in Washington, the Washington camp, have been talking all the stuff about Jaden Daniels and him coming. I personally,
look, Washington. Yeah. Exactly. Washington is drafting a high-risk mobile athletic quarterback, second overall. Where have I seen this before?
It's like we've been here. It's like it's happened.
It keeps repeating.
But no, honestly,
it's a circle.
Well, that's why I want Drake May, and in all honesty, I think he should have stayed an extra year. But if we get him, I'm glad he didn't because I don't want to be in this position next year. But I like what he brings. Honestly, though, if in fact something happens where we don't keep that pick, I want to trade within that first top 10 to somebody that needs a quarterback and get Joe Alt. I want that tackle.
When the Packers were rejected a top 10 pick, that's who I was looking at.
I love that pick. All right.
That worked out well for you, Dylan.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Now we
what,
pick at
16,
25.
17, 18? Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, no, I that's who I definitely wanted. But so if we get Drake May, then obviously second and third round for me is get an O-lineman. I want to pick up potentially that guy Mims from Georgia. I don't think he'll be around by then.
I want Tyler Guyton out of Oklahoma, I think.
Yeah. I think I've heard of him.
Body.
So, and then also I don't think with our second pick, I don't know if he'll be around, although our second pick is at 34. Yeah.
4, yeah.
I would love to, and I know this might be sacrilegious being a North Carolina fan. I would love to get Peyton Wilson, linebacker out of North Carolina State, ran a 4.4 40. He's beat us up 2 years in a row, and I'd like to have him on our team now. So can't beat him, join him. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's definitely where I stand with those. And, yeah, I want it. O-line is my main focus, especially if we get the quarterback. But if we can get a guy like a Peyton Wilson and really help out, Frankie Lavu at linebacker, I love what we're doing because we haven't had a good linebacker since
Mullet Man.
Holcomb was good, but he wasn't no great linebacker. Lennon Fletcher maybe
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, Kerrigan, I guess, was edge. Kerrigan and Orakpo were edge rushers. They were considered edge. I don't know if they're considered linebackers. So it's been a while. It's been a long time since we have a decent.
Fletcher, I think would be.
That's who I think the most recent
last Pro Bowler. I think would be London Fletcher. Ooh, actually, what was that guy's name? Preston Brown, Zach Brown. One of them made a Pro Bowl. Give me a sec. Which one was it?
Yeah, check that one.
Washington players can make the Pro Bowl.
Are we allowed to do
that?
That's
a thing. Yeah, is that a thing that happens?
Saying I would love for the Buccaneers to draft and I'm in the first round. Y'all need can we y'all trade Cody Mock to Washington?
How the Buccaneers have managed. Right. How the Bucs have managed to keep the crew around with that cap situation is just baffling to me. But I mean, they did it. They kept both of their top guys.
They just paid Baker. And Edmonton.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
crazy.
was really psyched because I was like, oh, Mike Evans is going to go to Kansas City, and we're going to hate Kansas City, aren't we?
That's what I wanted.
Not anymore.
I wanted to put so much money in getting Mike Evans in Washington, but we don't have a quarterback as of right now in people's minds.
I think the Texans just made the move the offseason right now. They just took the away the Chiefs punter. The Chiefs punter is the baller, Tommy Townsend. I don't think I've ever seen him.
It is punt god season in Kansas City, guys.
Right, because they got Matt Ariza.
But Tommy Townsend, I think he's a top 3 punter in the league. That might be a hot take for all the punter people, but I'm a Tommy Townsend guy. Top 3 punter in the league.
There it is.
I would say you got him. You have who is it? Ryan Stonehouse from Tennessee. He just had a gruesome injury, but like when he's healthy, who's that? And AJ Cole out of Vegas. I think those are the top 3 punters. And Texas just stole one away from the Super Bowl champions, and I think that could be a really good move.
Speaking of linebackers, Sean, Simone Takitaki, he didn't go to you. He went to New England. Yeah.
It's like,
I got you excited. Yeah, you all know. No. Oh yeah, and Aaron Jones he's getting interest from Minnesota apparently. So congrats, Dylan.
Wow.
He's not gonna be that good, so I'm not really...
Keep it in house. Well, I mean, look, you guys never even used the guy. I remember we played you guys. You ran him 12 times or something like that. No, you ran total 12 times that day.
Yeah, he probably ran like 4.
You're right.
Were we at that game?
Yeah,
I think you guys were because you hit me up to go to that game, but it was too late. I just couldn't get in.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys went to that one. Good win. It was a good win. All right, look, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna let you guys go. It has been a pleasure to be back with my guys, the Walsh Brothers, getting down. And look, we got to come back together because this punt conversation, these top punters, I need to see this list.
I'll rank every single punter. I'll bring the backup.
If it's like your backup quarterback list, I don't want to hear it. You put Trubisky in B tier. I will never forgive you for that.
I remember that. Oh, I got to go back and watch that. Yo, also, you got a guy, Colin, on your team that you stole, in my opinion, from us. That's got a nice little mullet. Need you to see if you can track down all the mullet guys on the team. Anybody still rocking the mullets? I need to see.
Oh yeah.
Man. You got the hair. I want to see it, man. Yo, so ladies and gentlemen, we will definitely be back with you. We appreciate you taking out time to watch us on this day. Stay tuned. Free agency is going wild, and it's going to keep going on. So, hey, for this guy, VCU's finest, Mr. Colin Walsh, and this guy right here, the Green Bay Packers, and the man that told us all that Jordan Love was going to be as great as he absolutely was, Mr. Dylan Walsh. Yo, we'll see y'all next time. Be cool. Have a good rest of your week. Peace, people.